said the cowboy as he rode on the range. How do, said the filly as the sun shone in her brights. How do, said the birds to the early morning dew. And how do was our introduction to said the rancher to his aching back. How do, said the husband that just could not last. How do, said the family to their next of kin. And how do was our introduction to singing. So how do you do? I said how do. How do you do is what I'm asking you. How do you do? I said how do. How do you do is what I'm asking you. Said the buffalo to its alien brother the plain. How do, said the girl that did not have a name. How do, said the winds as they whispered through your ears. And how do was a girl all hopes and without saviors. Said the whiskey as it burned going down. How do, says a lost broken crown. How do, say your conscience right after the fact. And how do was all that was left or right after that. So how do you do? I said how do. How do you do is what I'm asking you. How do you do? I said how do. How do you do is what I'm asking you.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to The Path. You're here with your host, Tameeka Williams, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about henna and what henna is, okay? Have you ever wondered, when you see people with the tattoos and the paintings along their hands, along their arms, along their backs, a little hint on the shoulder. Some people have it on their ankle and also along their whole body. Well, that is henna. Well, they use a special ink. It's not permanent, of course. It's temporary. It's a temporary tattoo, which is considered artwork. Okay, many from an Arabic background. It also came from the flowering plant. It also means blessed. Many women are named after henna for that reason alone. through the Islamic culture. The most fascinating thing is that you can actually walk into a mall or a store for that matter and pay a certain price to get your own henna done. Okay, you can walk in and get a temporary tattoo of whatever you like. Many of them do tell stories. There's all different type of artwork. Or watch our feature with Arthur Mitchell on henna. Thank you.
How did you start doing this?
I went to a Renaissance festival in Arizona, and I was a photographer, which is what brought me out there. And this girl was like, "I love your head," and she's like, "I want that head working in my booth." And I said, "Sure." Doing what? They said henna, and I said, "All right." I was like, "Yeah, sure, yeah, I can do it." And then I went to college. I studied all kinds of art. And never did I learn about henna, you know. God knows I had to go live in a tent and shave my head to learn the art form that was going to really transform my life. Funny. This is not henna, what I'm doing right here, but what henna is it's the root to a plant that grows in India and North Africa, in that kind of a climate. And the root of the plant is crushed up and turned into a fine powder, and I get it in the powdered form. And when you combine that powder with certain ingredients, a citric acid and ascorbic acid, that, you know, like there's a lot of different recipes, but those are the things that bring out the stain. So lemon juice and eucalyptus oil, or orange juice and clove oil. When you combine those ingredients and you turn it into a paste, which is the same consistency as what I'm doing here on Arthur, it makes a stain. It's Ayurvedic, you know, and it helps to relieve tension. It's a blood coolant, so for pregnant women or fevers or anything like this. When I make it, I use essential oils that are good for relaxation, meditation. And then there's like spiritual benefits to it too. Like for anybody who knows any of the deities, Lakshmi is right here. There's Lakshmi. She is said to reside in the patterns of all henna designs, and she's the deity that governs wealth and prosperity. So that's why it was done for rites of passage and luck, because of the basic notion that Lakshmi was hanging around your henna pattern, you know. It's also very fertile, being that it's a flowering plant and stuff, so women have to be careful.
It's an incredible experience. For me, it was like a meditation. It's very relaxing, but I really started to visualize, because it takes, you know, time, so you have to sit there for a long time. But there's something about the energy, like in the henna itself. I noticed myself when she was painting me, I started to visualize like just great success. It was very interesting, you know, and then I started to think about what she told me about the Lakshmi, the Indian goddess, and it's all energy, you know, these are beliefs and everything, but then when I went home the next